Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Enjoy this Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Stacey and Company Show. Stacey Ericson channels messages from your higher self and other realms. Connect with your own unicorn and dragon. Step into this magical realm now.
Hey everyone, I'm Stacey Ericson, and I am here to do our last show for the year. It's really going to be a cool little show. It's all about Christmas and Christmas animals and colors, because you know that this show is all about the natural world and other realms. And I'm really, really excited to be here today because there's a lot of animals that wanted to come in to talk with us today. So it should be really fun. So I wanted to touch on last week's show with Jeremy. We had talked about how animals are so important in our lives, right? And that they are involved in every part or aspect of our lives. And so it's really interesting how, we can delve into their personal powers of themselves and apply those to ourselves in our lives. And in each time, in all of history, animals have been used for several different reasons or several different ideas of symbolism is what I want to say. So, hi, Kimberly. How are you today? Thanks for joining us. And so the first thing that we want to talk about today is Christmas time, because Christmas is a great time of the year for all of us. And sometimes it can be a little stressful and sometimes it can be a little bit, not so fun. But right now we're going to make it fun today. And it's really, really cool because, like I said, all these animals do want to join us today. So while I was walking on the beach today, I was trying to come up with something for a subject for the show. And I kept on hearing animals. And I was like, okay, that's great, but which one? And they all wanted to come in. So it's really interesting. Even the dragons and the unicorns today want to pop in. So I'm really excited to bring them into the show as well today because they're very, very excited to be here. Hi, Anna. Thanks for joining us. And so it should be really fun to talk about everything that we've got to talk about today. So first of all, I wanted to talk with you about, I forget what it's called, the Super Chat. That's what it is. It's called the Super Chat. And I'm not very familiar with it, but the rest of my co-hosts all are, and they're saying that it's a beautiful thing for all of us. I guess it's a donation for the person that's on the show. You can go to YouTube to find it and donate to help us all keep these shows going for the year and all of next year and forevermore, hopefully. And it also helps out Goldylocks Productions as well. So please feel free to donate and be a partner of all of us on our shows. We do appreciate you all participating and having fun listening in and getting really good information and readings. So after probably around, I would say 3:30, what am I saying? 3:30, we'll start doing readings on the show as well. So just so you know, because today is definitely going to have some readings because we need readings today for next year and for this ending of this year, which is a very exciting time, actually. We'll get into that later. We're going to have a holiday special, I guess, soon, Holy Days. And it's going to be a lot of fun to do that show as well. We'll be talking about, the future and what's happening and all the blessings of this new the 21st that's coming in. So we have a lot to do here before the end of the year so that we can continue being happy, safe, and loving towards each other. Now, the one thing I want to mention is that lately I've been having a little bit of a difficult time in my life. And so I can definitely relate to those of you that are also having a hard time, especially right now around the holidays, once again, with stress, money, and, career and whatever else, family. And I have to tell you, the best thing for me and probably for you too is to go out and sit with a tree. I cannot stress that enough. If it's possible to sit with a tree, or even if you can't get outside because of the weather, please do have a tree on your computer and just look at the tree and try to, pray to be able to be with the tree is basically what it comes down to, where you can kind of step in with the tree and feel its energy. You can even do that through a picture, believe it or not, remotely. I've actually tried to do it with the redwoods, and wow, those are really cool trees to tap into. So I do recommend that very much so, to help ground us and keep us healthy in our heads is pretty much what it comes down to, because trees are here to definitely assist us on this planet at this time, especially now because of what we are going through with this great shift that's happening. And it is a good shift, I promise. It's going to be a great year next year. We just have to make it through this year and probably through the end of January. So hang in there. It's going to be all right. It really is going to be okay. So this is really exciting. So hang on just a second. So the first thing we want to talk about is reindeer. Now, the reindeer are really, really important in our Christmas time journey that we're going through here. So reindeer are what, was leading Santa's sleigh, right? So Santa has his sleigh, and reindeer are so important for all of us to have in the story of Santa. So the most famous reindeer, of course, was Rudolph. Now, Rudolph is really cool because he's a related, he's actually helps us relate to the story of Christmas. And so it's a really fun thing for us to have as a, like a beacon of light or whatever it is. Oh, Anna, thank you so much. We'll do a reading for you exactly now because you are donating already. So I just want to talk with you today about, so if you do your super chat, Anna had just gone on super chat and donated some money. Such a sweetheart, and thank you so much. So when you do this and you do donate money, I will give you a reading right away. So Anna, right now, I wanted to talk with you again about your dragon, because your dragon is still fabulous and wonderful and absolutely gorgeous. Her dragon is silver and absolutely beautiful. And it has like this purple overlay on it right now, which is so cool. So the purple for you right now is wisdom. You're actually bringing in a lot more wisdom, and it's coming from the love of God. So it's really, really interesting. And then the belly is pink, and it has, well, actually it's the opposite now. It's actually more pink now. It's really cool. It used to be orange with the pink on the outside. Now it's more pink, and with the orange is on the outside a little bit less. So anyway, so that means that you are really stepping into that unconditional love and recognizing everything in the world to be just absolutely gorgeous. It's a great feeling to have you on the show. So thank you so much for today. Okay, so back to the reindeer. So the reindeer are really important for us. It's really interesting because they represent journeying and wandering, and then safe travels, and then strength and endurance. And it's really cool that Santa uses them for his sleigh, because of course they are magical. So they also represent magic for us as well. They help us remember that there is magic in the world, and that magic is very important to believe in, because every single day we have things happen that we didn't plan for, or we didn't realize, or we didn't recognize at the time. But then later on we go, wow, that was really, really cool that happened. So the whole thing is that these good things happen, like you meet somebody new, or you have, or you have new money in your bank account. Thank you, Anna. Or you have, all of this other stuff that happens that's like really brilliant and beautiful and fun. You get good news about something, a job, or, your family, or whatever it is. All of that is truly magic, and magic is part of the world, and we have to recognize it because it helps us keep going. So it's really, really fun. And especially around the Christmas holidays, there's more magic now than ever before. All of the animals have stepped in to help us, and it's really cool. We'll talk about our pets later. All right, so another animal that wanted to step in today is the dove. Now, the dove is really interesting because it's white. It's definitely the white dove, and it represents peace, purity, love, and the Holy Spirit. It also is a symbol of beauty, warmth, brilliant color, and it brings cheer, hope, and inspiration. So with the dove, it's really interesting because the dove wanted to step in and say for sure, because it wanted to remind us about flying. Flying is a big deal right now. I don't know if you've been watching my shows, but a lot of those shows right now says that we will be flying in the future. So it's really interesting. Now, we're not talking about, flying literally like birds here on the ground, because we don't have wings and we cannot do that in this, density of Earth. But it is talking about maybe doing some flying in other dimensions. And so this is something that we'll be stepping into in the future. And I feel like the dove is also representing that for us this year coming into 2021. So it's really, really cool and a lot of fun. And once again, full of magic, because everything on this show is usually a little bit different and kind of makes you stretch your imagination. And so that's what we're doing today with these animals, because that's what they want to instill in us. It's this beautiful magic that's around us all the time. So Anna said, wow, thank you, Stacey. I haven't drawn her yet, but I have her picture in mind. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Anna actually drew her unicorn. Now that is a lot of fun, you guys, to draw your unicorns. Unicorns are so amazing, and we'll talk about them later as well. And Linnell, thank you so much. It's good to see you. Happy that you're here on my show too. All right, so we're going to move on to another bird. The other bird is the cardinal. Now the cardinal is really interesting because it comes from the Latin word cardo, which means hinge or door. So it's the door between the spirit world and earth. That's what it represents, the door between the spirit world and earth. So it's really, really neat how magical they are as well, because once again, they can step into the spirit world and also be here on earth with us. They represent faith, hope, and love. They also are a symbol of beauty, warmth, and brilliant color. The brilliant color, red, brings cheer, hope, and inspiration. So red, like I have on today, I wore my cherry red for you guys so that we could celebrate a little bit of Christmas ahead of time. So the red is really, really important. It's also a symbol of, let's see, I wanted to go here real quick with the red. Yeah, the red here. So the red in Christian faith represents the blood of Christ. In the pagan faith, it's a symbolism during the winter solstice and holly berries. And so it's really interesting. It evokes passion, energy, and action. It excites the emotions and motivates us to take action. So if you have your unicorn and you got a little bit of red in its mane, it means whatever you've been sitting on or waiting for, you need to go ahead and move forward with it. Right now is the time. So it's really cool. It signifies a pioneering spirit and leadership qualities, promoting ambition and determination. It is also strong-willed and can give confidence to those who are shy or lacking in willpower. It also awakens our physical life force because it is the color of physical movement, which is really cool. It is the color of sexuality and can stimulate deeper and more intimate passions in us. So red is amazing. It's a beautiful color to have around you all the time. You can use it for luck. The Chinese actually believe that it is very lucky to have red. If you paint your door red, or if you paint the trim around the door red, all of that brings really good luck, which once again is magic. There's magic in the world. So it's really fun to have these representations of magic everywhere. So we'll go ahead and get back to the animals now because they want to stick around. So when Christ was born, he had animals around him. And it's really interesting because it's an ox and a donkey, which are the most important and represented in all of the, I can't think of what they're called, but anyway, but those little things. So the ox is patience, the nation of Israel, and the Old Testament sacrificial worship. So the ox is really cool though, because it also represents to us, it represents this magic once again, because an ox is pretty cool looking. If you look into an ox's eyes, you can get so much information through his face. And I'm not kidding. Try it. Find a picture of an ox and ask it questions. It will answer you so quickly and so completely that it'll shock you. Like, honestly, they're so highly intelligent and a lot of fun to talk to. Really, really neat animals. Now, once again, remember that we talked about before, I know this in every single show, how you can communicate with animals. And that would be through telepathy, which is a mind-to-mind communication, or you can use your emotions, like your sentient emotions and your body as a gauge. Actually, I've never spoken to you about this, but that's basically what it is. It's using your body as a gauge where you feel into what is being said or knowing what's being said within your body. It's a really cool way to like learn to communicate with anything. You can learn to communicate with trees that way, but especially the ox. The ox is really, really neat. And then once again, get a picture of it. You will have so much fun talking to one. It is a lot of fun. I'm not sure about talking to one in person because I don't really know where there are ox, maybe a zoo possibly, but that's the only place that I know of. Unless you go safari or wherever else they are. All right, so there's also the donkey. Now, the donkey and the ox were both on each side of Christ when he was born. So it's really, really fun the nativity. That's it, in the nativity. So it's really fun to look at the nativity set because there are other animals that are represented now in the nativity, but these are the two first animals that were brought in. So the donkey is related to humility, readiness to serve, and the Gentiles. Now, I had to look up the Gentiles because, as usual, I love to find, oh, thank you so much, Super Space Cookie. You're so cute. How adorable are you? Thank you so much for the 555 number. So Super Space Cookie just donated $5.55. And that is such a great number, especially for this coming year. So the 5 is all about beautiful things coming. It's magical. Once again, it's super magical. It represents positivity. It represents beautiful things, like I said, that are coming to us, change that's coming to us, but in a beautiful way and in a lucky way. So 555 is a great number. So thank you so much, Super Space Cookie, for that. And we're going to go ahead and give you a reading, honey, because that is such a great thing. So for you, I actually see, oh, this is really cool. You actually have a dragon around you too. I have to tell you all, it's really funny. The dragons have really stepped in this year, and I'm not sure why, but it's really fun to recognize their existence now. They really want to be completely and totally recognized. And so your dragon is absolutely gorgeous, actually. And what it is it's a black dragon, and it's a protective dragon. And it has on the outside of it is shiny. I mean, so shiny. It looks almost like a silvery black. It is so gorgeous. And then in the belly, it's green. And it's got this beautiful, beautiful emerald green. Now, I have to tell you about emerald green later when I get to that color today. So make sure you stay tuned because it's a great color for you, especially in this essence. So green for you right now, though, is very lucky. This green that this dragon is bringing you is extreme luck. So it's protection and luck at the same time. That is so beautiful. Awesome, awesome dragon. Really, really pretty. Okay, so we're going to get back to the donkey. So the donkey is about humility, readiness to serve, and the Gentiles. Now, the Gentiles are people who are not Jewish, which I learned. Like I said, I had to look this up. I learned all kinds of stuff on this show. It's a lot of fun, I have to tell you. It's very, very interesting too. So the Gentiles are people who are not Jewish, which is really neat. So that means that everybody in the world, is related to this donkey. So it's very, very cool. Donkeys are awesome anyway, and they're so cute. We have donkeys at the barn where my horse is at, and they're out there in the field to actually ward off. What they do is they protect the baby cows. It's really interesting because they keep the baby cows safe from the coyotes. Well, but not down here. We don't really have we have coyotes. I'm sorry, from the coyotes, but they also keep them safe from wolves as well. Now, we don't have any wolves down here really, but we do have coyotes, and we also have panthers. And so the panthers as well, they also chase them away too. They're definitely very bold and brazen and super, super fun to look at. They got like the biggest, longest ears, and their little eyes, well, actually their big eyes are just beautiful. And they're constantly baying. That's what they call it when they make that sound. And they bay. And what they do is they bay and then they chase who is ever there away. It's the neatest thing to watch, and it's a lot of fun. They're actually quite comical too. If you talk to one, they're extremely funny. Like they have a good sense of humor. So it's a lot of fun. So try talking to a donkey sometime if you can. They're a lot of fun. Once again, if you don't have one in person, you can always get a picture and speak to it that way. You remember Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore. Eeyore was quite funny. And so he definitely represents the donkey very, very well. So Anna says they clear out the negativity. I sent mine out to clear my path whenever I go out and ask her to protect my boundaries. So she's talking about her dragon, and she actually had found out her dragon's name, which is really, really neat. Anna, what's the dragon's name again? I can't remember. And so anyway, so they clear out the negativity, and she sent hers out to clear her path whenever she goes out and asks her to protect her boundaries. So you can definitely ask your dragon to help you in any way you need it to. They are there to help us and to serve us, because that is what they want to do now. It's really interesting. Very, very cool beings right now. I love them. All right. So then there's a few other things that I wanted to talk about. And oh, I forgot about this. So with the dove, this is really interesting. I just found this out today too. Like I said, I love doing this show because I learned so much on this show when I have to do some research for it. So the three wise men carried gold, myrrh, and frankincense. Now it's really interesting about gold. Gold has been used many times over to win. Basically, the representation of gold is for good to win over evil, and for light to win over darkness. And so it's really interesting how the gold comes into like play, especially now, because gold is coming in for our color next year. And it'll actually start coming in probably by the end of this year. I think the 21st is when this is going to happen. And so gold is coming in, and it's a really cool color because we're going to start to feel the energy of it. It has so much brilliance and so much energy and so much light, and it makes us feel warm and happy and healthy. And so it's a very cool color to have around everywhere in your house. Just to look at, if you paint things gold, if you notice whenever you see gold, you either sit there in awe of it or you smile at it. Those are like your two reactions to gold. Hardly ever are you mad at gold. So it's really, really fun to have gold coming in for this next year. I'm really excited about it. So it also, for us right now, it's going to represent a healing of the earth as well. It's going to help heal a lot of things that are, in need right now, along with all the magical beings. By the way, there's new magical beings, and we'll talk about them next month in January. Started seeing even more of these really cool magical beings. These are like 4 feet tall. They've got like these wider faces with big eyes. Really cool beings, and they call themselves the magical ones. So we'll magic people. They're really, really neat. So we'll have to just tap into those, and we will learn more about them in January. So very, very excited about that. All right. So now we'll get back to this. So the shepherds were following the three wise men in, right? Oh, frankincense. I wanted to let you know about that too. Frankincense is a really cool well, I don't really care for it, honestly, but a lot of people do. But right now I've been getting that frankincense is very important for us to have in our houses because it helps do a lot of clearing of energy and a lot of clearing for everything. So it'll help clear a lot of things for us. And so, and it brings in the really good stuff too. So I recommend everybody getting a little frankincense if you can handle it. Bring it into your house and see if there is any way that you can introduce it, because it is very, very helpful. Now, Super Space Cookie, I love that name. That is so dang cute. You are funny. She said, love it. Thank you. And it's added protection. Yes, it is. Always. Your dragon is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. It has huge wings, by the way. I forgot to tell you that. All right. So yeah, beautiful. And they're silver. Awesome wings. Awesome. Really beautiful. So the shepherds are following these three wise men in to visit Jesus in the nativity set when he was born. And excuse me. So the shepherds, they were carrying fruits, honey, and doves. Now, who knew, right? So this is what the doves wanted me to talk with you about, is the fact that they were there when Jesus was born. So they're really excited to have that. So they really are a symbol of this whole, earthly beginning of, the Christ consciousness, which is coming up soon, and very excited about it because it's going to be awesome for everybody. Very, very cool. All right, so I wanted to get into this other thing here because I think this would be really cool, especially for you, Super Space Cookie, on your green. This will also help you with even more green. So at Christmas time, we have red and green, right? So when we already talked about red, now we're going to go ahead and go into the green. So in the green, green is a very spiritual color for Christmas. And also for the holidays in general right now. Green is being used in like Kwanzaa everywhere. Well, Kwanzaa also has red as well. So it's really interesting. There's a lot of the same celebrations have green and red in their celebrations. So it's really neat. And probably for this reason. So green is a very spiritual color. It represents prosperity, spiritual growth, and purity. It invites you to allow things to unfold and stop resisting the gifts that Spirit wants to bring into your life. Now, I thought that was pretty special. I'm definitely going to put green everywhere because I need that right now. I feel like I am definitely resisting right now. Surrendering and trusting everything is happening for a reason. So you want to surrender and trust that everything is happening for a reason. Have green in your house everywhere. Green, 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 especially emerald green. So emerald green is about love and fostering love and connections with others, nature, the world, and the universe. So it's about fostering love with, others, the nature, world, the world, and the universe. And which is really, really neat, because for Super Space Cookie, that helps you out for sure with all that stuff, because that's pretty much what your dragon was telling you, is that it's all about that. If emerald green appears in your life, it usually means that everything is happening exactly as it should. And learn to receive gifts that are headed your way. So I'm definitely going to be looking for emerald green here soon too. Every day if I can find it, be pointing it out, going, yes, thank you. So I'm going to repeat that one more time because it was a pretty cool message. If emerald green appears in your life, it usually means that everything is happening exactly as it should, and learn to receive gifts that are headed your way. Such a great, great message for the green. And your Super Space Cookie Dragon is with its beautiful green, emerald green belly. So Linnell, oh my goodness, thank you so much for your donation too. You're so cute. You're awesome. So Linnell, I have definitely got a message for you. I actually was hoping that you would pop in here somewhere. I was going to give you a message anyway. She says, I think of you with every unicorn I see now. Yes, I know. I'm definitely related to them. I should wear my unicorn hat every time I get on this show, I'm sure. So, for you today, I actually thought of you while I was on the beach today. It was really funny because I saw these osprey and they were out in the water and they were actually out hunting. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I thought of you because I thought that they were eagles at first. And an eagle is a big sign for Linnell at this time. She's definitely stepping into some new things. And it's very, very cool to see her shift and change as well. And so right now, your eagle is turned into a gold eagle. Now, I feel like it's because of this new gold energy that's going to be coming in, but it's also because you're tapping into this new energy. And so I feel like it's huge, by the way. It's a big, gigantic eagle. And it's helping you really, pan out and see things from above and sort of see things from all over, actually, everywhere. And it's male. It's a male bird. So it's very, very, very powerful, has a ton of strength. I don't know if you can feel into it, but my suggestion to you is do what I said before with the feel into, like imagine this eagle and imagine flying with this eagle, because it wants you to tap into that energy of flying, of taking flight, of being able to achieve anything from all heights and areas in life, like all over. Like I see, you're sitting on a big cliff, looking down, just everything. So try to step into that if you can, because it's really a cool energy. Just like close your eyes and recognize and feel into it. It's the coolest bird, such a cool bird. So thank you so much for this, for the generosity that everybody has today. It's so wonderful to have you on my show, and I really appreciate you. So Lino says, I'm unicorn for one of her 12 days. Oh, that's funny. That's awesome. I'm glad. Good. I'm glad that you're going to step into your eagle, because that eagle is pretty amazing, and you're going to really, really feel some different energy with it. It is so neat to have these totem animals around us. Once again, animals are so amazing because they really do help us tap into things that we would never, ever, ever dream of. And this eagle is going to help you with that for sure. It's going to help you like raise up to like unbelievable heights and see things from, I don't know, all perspectives. It keeps saying all perspectives. So that's just the coolest thing ever. I love it. Tell us its name if you can find it, because I'm not really good at giving names for these beings, because what I'm always told is that it's your own personal being and that you should have the name for yourself. So whatever you believe the name is what its name is, and it'll definitely bring it to you. So you should ask that one for its name, because I feel like it has a very cool name. So it'd be neat to find out what it is. So Goldylocks Productions says, I'd put up and keep up green garland all winter long. Nice emerald green fake pine garland. Oh, that's true. Well, we're going to get into that here soon. It's really neat. It's funny how Tiffany like picked up on what I was going to next. So Kimberly says, any message for me from Spirit? Yes, hang in there. Definitely hang in there. You're doing great. You really are. Just try to keep that positive attitude, keep moving forward. It's saying make sure you breathe a lot, like, practice your breath. That's a big deal for you. Hello, all. Thank you for another great show. Oh, thank you, Robin. So good to see y'all. Okay, so we're going to get back to what I was talking about. So Starlark is what I got. Oh my gosh, see? I told you it was a cool name, Linnell. That is a really, really amazing name. So Linnell's eagle's name is Starlark. Now, come on, people. That is awesome. Really, really neat name. All right, so we're going to get back to what Tiffany at Goldylocks Productions was talking about. So wreaths, actually, the wreath that you put on your doors is, it represents generosity, giving, and the gathering of family. The circle itself represents never-ending symbol of eternal love and rebirth. So it's a very cool, symbol to have on your door, especially around Christmas time, because, or around the holidays, I should say, not just Christmas, but the holidays, because it represents the giving and the gathering of family. And that is what this is all about, creating more love in the world, especially right now at the end of the year is an excellent time. It's a perfect time to have these holiday celebrations to bring in more love so that it's more unity. We are all connected, and the more that we put the love out there, the more everything can heal, we can heal and create, heaven on earth, which is what we're working on. As in every single show you watch, all of us believe in this. And so we know that it's going to happen. Definitely going to happen. I don't know when, but hopefully soon. So sorry, I have a little repairman here right now. Okay, so the Christmas trees are really, really cool. Now, they actually have many different things that represent them. And it's really, really interesting. I mean, really, really cool. Robin says she has an eagle hawk as a spirit animal and also sea turtles. Oh, I think I saw a couple sea turtles in the water today. It was funny because I thought it was a manatee, but then I looked again and I'm pretty sure it was a sea turtle. I can't believe it. I've never seen a sea turtle like from the beach side. And I've lived here, my whole life, been off and on, but still I've lived here my whole life. And it was the neatest thing to see the sea turtle, it's kind of like out there bobbing around and stuff. It was really beautiful, just gorgeous. All right, so back to Christmas trees. So Christmas trees are usually an evergreen fir tree, and they were used to celebrate winter festivals in pagan and Christian times. Now, the pagans, or by the pagans and by the Christians, I should say, they represent life during the winter time because they live, in the winter and through the winter being an evergreen. So they're always green, which is so cool, right? Because we just talked about the color green being so important. Now, pagans used to decorate they used the branches to decorate their homes during the winter solstice, as it made them think of the spring to come. So having, these beautiful branches, plus they smell really good. Oh my gosh, my mom puts, real garlands up in her home. And I'll tell you, it smells so amazing. That pine smell is just, so beautiful. And it also helps you, feel more cheery and feel, that it's Christmassy, especially down here. We don't have any snow. So, but it is kind of nice to not have snow. But but it is really, really nice to have like that pine smell when you walk into your house. So it's really neat. So Romans used fir trees to decorate their homes for the new year. So they would use it only, to bring in the new year, which was really cool. That's the Romans. Now the Christians used evergreens as a sign of everlasting life with God. So because of the fact that they keep growing, and they can live through the winter and they, they're always green. That's the reason for the everlasting life with God. So it's pretty cool. So people in Northern Europe planted evergreens in boxes inside their houses in the wintertime. I thought that was really neat. And then they said that the rest of I forgot to write this down, but they would actually flower inside their houses. And I thought that was really neat too, because now you have more of that scent, the tree is sending out more of an aromatic vibe, which is so cool. So the tree is a symbol of hope and life. And that's pretty much why we have them for our Christmas trees now. It's really neat. So the other thing that I wanted to do is bring in sound, because sound is another part of our celebration time. Now, this is really neat. I'm sure that all of you are familiar with chimes, right? Wind chimes and things like that. So wind chimes are said to bring in, well, for me, this is just something that I was always told growing up, is that the wind chime sounds with the metal and the clinging and the beautiful music that comes from it, that's you're calling in the angels. And so with these bells that are coming in, I believe, for me personally, I believe that you're calling in angels when you ring bells. Now, the other tradition of bells are used to proclaim the arrival of the season and Christ's birth. And then the pagans rang bells to drive out evil spirits. So it's pretty neat. Basically, if you drive out evil spirits, you're bringing in angels. So they're still super, super magic when it comes to bells. It's good to walk around and ring a bell every now and then. It makes you feel good, and it changes the energy of the actual air around you. It's a very cool thing and a lot of fun to do. If you can handle the some people really can't handle the sound of bells because it's like fingernails on a chalkboard. But I only know that because I know two guys that cannot handle bells. but most of the time, everybody can handle them because they're still so gorgeous. And it's a good thing to walk around and ring a bell and just see how it makes you feel. So Debbie says, "This is my first time listening to you. You are awesome. Anything good coming my way?" Oh yeah. Oh gosh, I just got good love. You are full of love, Debbie. Totally full of love. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous human being. Really, really beautiful. And then you walk with it and you send it out to the world. Keep doing that because you've got a lot of it. Whatever you put out, it's like an affinity sign. You put out love, it comes right back to you. So you have a lot of love. That is amazing. Very, very cool. Yeah, you definitely got a lot of good stuff coming. And then let's see, Robin says she got the sea turtles. And then super space cookie. God, I just love that. It's so cute. She says, "I leave my wind chimes out all year round." Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and bamboo chimes are great for those humans. Yes, you're right. Actually, that's what I had to put it in because my former husband didn't like wind chimes, the really high clinky ones. So I put out really long, big, beautiful bamboo ones, and the clunking of the bamboo is just so peaceful and just absolutely gorgeous. And when you have it in your garden where there's other trees around and everything else, the animals and the trees also appreciate this sound. They really do. They love it because it's it's magic for them too. You're creating magic for everything in the garden and everything in your area, and so you're being thoughtful towards all beings who exist with you, which is really, really fun. All right, so does anybody want a quick unicorn reading right now? And then I wanted to talk a little bit more about unicorns and dragons. Now, the dragons, like I said before, they're really stepping in right now. Oh, Robin has something here. She says, sea turtles have ancient wisdom. They came around for you because of your connection to ancient realms and your spiritual connection to the mystical world. Oh, yay! Thank you so much for that message, Robin. I love you for that. That is so sweet. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I feel that too. When I was out there, I was like, thank you, because I honored them so much. And they were so, so beautiful. And it was really neat because I kept asking. I was like, are you turtles? Are you turtles? What are you? Because I thought at first it was a manatee. But it was too cold. The water's too cold for manatees right now, believe it or not. All right, so Melissa, you want a reading? Oh my gosh, girl, we've already talked about you. You're doing so well. Unbelievable. It's so, so, so cool. So with your unicorn, actually, your unicorn has shifted and changed again. And it's actually turning into this silver. But it's really funny because it still has purple in it. So you have a purple with the silver, but the silver is more prevalent than the purple. So it's actually turning into a darker silver. It's really neat. And then all of a sudden now, because of everything that you're tapping into, you're actually getting symbols that are coming out of it, like holograms, and coming back in again. And most of them are these power symbols. They're powerful. They're like the triangles, and representing the male and the female side of us, which you're balancing really well, by the way. Anyway, and so it's the silver is so these purple symbols that are coming in and out like a hologram, and it's just gorgeous. But it's really funny because it's mostly at the front of the unicorn that these holograms are in. So you're really, taking in the symbols more in your heart chakra area and more in your speech, your throat. So it's really neat. So you're actually speaking it at the same time. So you're it's like keys and codes that you are creating for people. So you're unlocking people, and they're receiving your messages because of it, because you're using these keys and codes. And wow, that's very powerful. Very powerful. Awesome. I love that. Unicorns are the best, you guys. They really are. You can learn so much from your unicorn. So Kimberly and Robin. Oh my gosh, all you guys want unicorn readings. Okay, so let's go with Debbie first. Oh, Debbie, yours is all about love still. Okay, so your unicorn is, all right, so first of all, we got to go with the body. The body color is all about what you're working on at this moment in time. And then the mane and tail colors, which usually I just do the mane, which I need to start drawing these. I am going to start drawing these. I'm going to do this. So anyway, the main colors are all about the tools that you're using for this, whatever it is that you're working on in this lifetime. So real quick, I need to get a pen, and then we need to write down yours really fast. So we're doing Debbie's. Okay, so Debbie, your unicorn is pink, and it's like a deep pink, like the raspberry pink, like my website. It's really cool. So it's raspberry pink, really gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And it has gold on the outside of it. So it's it has this gold sparkles, like my fingers are kind of sparkly. You can sort of see. So it's like that. So you have gold on the outside. And then with this pink, there's some green, and it's like these green. Oh, you have symbols too. Wow. Do you use symbols for your job or something like that? Feels to me like maybe Reiki or something. I'm not sure, but definitely symbols for your job somehow, something ancient. Really neat. This is bringing up a past life thing. So the green is from a past life thing. We need to delve a little bit deeper into your unicorn. You've got a lot more information than what I'm just going to give you right now. So if you want to get a reading, I'm actually doing a special on readings right now, $40 for a half an hour, and then $60 for an hour. So you guys can definitely jump on there and get some readings the rest of the month of December. It's my gift to you for being so beautiful and lovely and joyful people to have around me. I love it. So anyways, the green is this past life thing, which we could delve into later. But anyway, the pink is all about love. So right now what you're working on is you're bringing in love, a lot of love into your body first, and then you're actually emanating it back out, which is really cool. It's like this like clearing. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's passing through you and then you're heading it out again. So it's really neat. And then the gold energy is you're doing it with warmth in your heart. So you're actually being very warm about it. You're it's like warm and like you're a hugger normally probably. And although we can't right now, but you do like virtual hugs or whatever it is that you do, or you still just hug. I know I just hug when, people are willing. So, cause I love to hug. It's very nice. It's nice to exchange energy. So anyways, that's what you're working on. So the main part is white. So that's like this clear, you're doing this clear without, any expectations or any kind of negativity. Like everything is done with like this just absolute purity of, sense of love. It's really just love. I mean, you are all love, girl. And then we're just going to do one more color real quick so I can do some more readings. Green, you have a green in there in the main as well. Now this green is a little bit different because it's more of you kind of tapping into yourself. You're doing some healing and some clearing of your own self. That's why the love and the clearing, and you're kind of washing yourself through. Oh, that's so cool. This love is actually going to help you, heal. For sure. Like all this love that you're feeling, it's also going to help you heal. And I feel like there's something related to a past life with that as well. So thank you so much for allowing me to read your unicorn. I love it. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. So let's see. Super Space Cookie. Your unicorn is actually turquoise. Now, this is really fun, actually. So your unicorn is turquoise, but it has more of it's like a lighter turquoise, like a bluey turquoise. And your unicorn actually has sprinkles or sparkles. They're calling them sprinkles. That's so cute. Sprinkles, and it's all different colors. So what you're working on with this turquoise is you're doing a little bit of healing too, but you're also healing others as well. Like with your own energy, you're healing others. And the sprinkles are all about these colors. You're doing it with no judgment, like no judgment at all, but you're also emanating that out to people as in like that they have, like you're expecting them to not judge back. It's really cool because you're teaching. You are actually teaching this to people, and you're allowing them to be who they are for themselves. And they're so appreciative because there's no walls. They don't put up any walls around you. Like they're really, really cool around you because you can just tap right in and be right there with them. So it's really fun for you and for them. And then there's green in there for you too. But this green you're using as a healing effect. So you're doing some healing with them. And then we got a little bit of red there. So you definitely have to, it's time, whatever it is that you're sitting on that you know in your heart you should do, it's time, go ahead and do it. And then let's see, you've got some blue. Oh, you're also using your words. You're speaking it. You're talking about it. And that's really fun too. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your unicorn. You guys can definitely comment on your unicorns if you want to. I don't mind at all. Just making sure that, you like your readings, your quick little readings here. So Kimberly, yes, you definitely, Kimberly, your unicorn's actually shifted and changed. It just said that. It said that it's a new color. So I can't remember what color it was before, but it's saying that it's new because you've definitely started to shift and change. So anytime you're shifting and changing into like a new phase of your life, which pretty much I feel like everybody's unicorns are going to be different next year because we're all shifting and changing. Melissa's actually my friend, her on her show. She's so beautiful. She just said, LOL, awesome, thank you, more validation. That her show is amazing, by the way, it comes on before mine. And her unicorn has changed twice because I'm telling you, she's like just growing and growing and growing and doing more and becoming more. And so it's just a beautiful thing. I love it. So anyway, let's see, who are we going to do next? Kimberly. Oh, Kimberly, that's right. So your unicorn is saying that it has shifted and changed its color. So it's purple now. Wow, it's really pretty too. It's like a light purple, like the blue robin's egg. This is like a light lavender purple. So it's a light lavender. And do you like feathers? Because it seems like there's feathers on it. There's some feathers there, which is really, really cool. And it has like a white opal. So a white opal over the top of it, which is beautiful. Gosh, I wish I could draw you guys these unicorns. They really don't even make these colors in real life, the colors that I see. So it's very difficult for me to actually draw exactly what they look like. But eventually I will do it, I promise. Okay, so then you have yellow in the mane. And then you have, you got a little bit of black there, which is really cool. And then you also have gold. All right, so the purple is all about you stepping into this. It's like you are living and breathing and becoming more of, loving with this wisdom. There's like so much wisdom that you're pulling in from God himself, and you're bringing it down in you, but you're not like projecting it out to anybody quite yet. You're sort of assessing and assimilating all of this information, and you're working on it for yourself so that you'll be able to emanate it out even more. So you're gently like sprinkling it out as you're going along. And creating a lot of magic for a lot of people. Oh my goodness, you're such a beautiful soul. So then you have feathers there, which is really neat. Actually, I take that back. Your unicorn has wings. That's it. It has white wings, and they are absolutely gorgeous. So it's like a Pegasus unicorn. Absolutely beautiful. Now the white opal on the outside, as you know, opal is all colors mixed together as well. So you're doing this with no judgment as well. You're really, really stepping into, trying to not be judgmental of anything. You're trying to just allow things to flow, and not put judgment on it to stop any energy from happening. So it's really interesting. You're working with a lot of energy thought processes and things like that. It's really good for you, emotional wise. And then you have yellow. So you're doing this with joy. You're trying to make sure that you're keeping joy in this whole process, because it's pretty deep what's going on with you. And so, so you want to keep yourself light and happy through this process, which is really, really fun. Now, black unicorn manes are really neat because they have, black is all about the person being able to step into having their own, basically their own, like where, nothing sticks to them that's a challenge. So if somebody is having issues and problems, the person that has black in the mane does not allow that to stick to them, and they can kind of, allow and release it. And it's really interesting that you can do that too. So that's usually like a doctor or something like that. This is just an example. Somebody that's a doctor would have like black in their mane because, if somebody did transition, they wouldn't be like, oh no, and, take it in and, and then get sick from it. They're like, okay, this is a part of life. I understand. And I'm going to help whoever I can come in and then, release it. So it's really, really fun. So that's for you. That's really cool. I love your unicorn. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your unicorn. So let's see who else is here. Debbie said, thank you so much. Awesome. That's good. Linnell says, me too. I like when they respond with, oh, wow, I haven't gotten a hug like that in so long. I'm a hugger for sure. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. And Super Space Cookie said, thank you so much. Sounds very beautiful. Now, the other thing that is really interesting about your unicorns is that they want you to acknowledge them. They want you to be with them. They want you to like recognize them because it is you. So it's basically you recognizing yourself. So it is a good thing to draw them and to have fun with it and to really try to imagine them and believe in them and then trust them, because they are bringing that beautiful energy of unconditional love to you. Unicorns are all about love. That is all they are. Beautiful, beautiful love. And now love, from what I understand, can conquer everything and all things, meaning that it can help us heal. If you just love yourself, you can heal yourself. It can help us create. If you love something and you really want it to happen, it can happen because you love it. It can help you have better relationships with each other. If we want to create like a better world for all of us, this unconditional love is so important. This unconditional love energy is so important. And so unicorns are the they're at the very beginning of this. And it's easy to imagine unicorns because they're so cute and they're so beautiful. Now their eyes are 3 times the size of a horse's eye. So if you look at a horse, you have to imagine like the big doll eyes that you see on some of these dolls that people are making nowadays. It's really funny. I mean, they have these gigantic eyes, right? Well, that's basically what it is with unicorns. Their eyes are 3 times the size of a horse's eye. So if you look at how big a horse's eye is, you can imagine a unicorn's eye is definitely a lot bigger, and so gorgeous. Once again, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful beings. So remember, that represents you. So we are all gorgeous, beautiful beings that are really getting ready to create a ton of magic for the end of this year and into next year. Now, next year, I just wanted to kind of mention next year for a minute. Let's see, Kimberly said, thank you. It was a beautiful reading. I needed it. My husband is in spirit. Rick sends bird totems to me all the time. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, birds are really, really awesome. They're beautiful beings, and they help us to remember to lift our hearts and to recognize love. And so, with the energy of lifting and creating, just more of where you can breathe, you can feel into the air. It's just, so gorgeous. I love bird energy. Bird energy is amazing, so amazing. And once again, we talked about doves and cardinals earlier, and they represent love as well, and just such beautiful, beautiful beings to help us with all of this. So anyway, so I just wanted to talk about next year for just a moment. So with this super chat, please definitely, donate as much as you guys can, because it's really important for us to keep the shows going. I have to tell you, we are loving doing our shows, and we do appreciate everything and all things. And then there's also this VIP situation, which I'm not very good at explaining anything in this whole thing, because I'm not very good. I'm very creative, so I can hear it, I can understand it, but I can't tell you about it as easily. So with the VIP situation, it's really neat. So you could be a VIP member here, and you can, join our circle of VIP patrons. You can go to the patreon.com and Goldylocks Productions, and then that'll explain everything to you about the VIPs. Now, I guess they get certain gifts and certain things, and so I'm going to be contributing some unicorn drawings to it, because there's quite a few unicorns that want to be recognized and acknowledged here coming up. One is Earth's unicorn. She's actually a little bit sassy, and she has really, 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 really kinky hair. So I'll be drawing her and having that in the VIP patron section. So please do look into that if you would like to, and because we all appreciate you so much, so very, very much, for tuning into these shows and letting us, do our job and having fun while we're doing it, which is a lot of fun. So, and once again, I'm doing specials this month, just for the month of December, as a gift for $40 for a half-hour reading with a unicorn, and then $60 for an hour reading, and that does include a unicorn reading too, so just so you know. And you can go to my website at www.raspberrylight.com to check that out. So, and then there's also more things on my website now that I've been adding on, so it's really fun. The one thing too that I wanted to mention is that I'm going to be doing some kind of master class in the future here. I have to figure out how. I haven't figured out the process quite yet, but I would like to help you, learn about colors and being able to see the colors that I see, and to recognize your own unicorns as well as other people's unicorns. So it's something that I'll be working on for next year. I'm not sure if I'll have it for January, but I think that by March I should be able to have everything sort of set up and figured out. And if I get it done sooner, then that would even be better. So please look forward to that, and you can find that on my website as well when it happens. And also, if you keep up with the shows, then you'll know all the information. You'll get all that information as well. So I'm wishing all of you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful holiday. And please look forward to everything for next year, because it is such a gorgeous year that we're going to have. That's that 5 year, the fives, so important, so important. Numerology. Numerology is a really cool thing to look into, just so you know. I mean, really, really cool. And 5 is going to be fun. I mean, it really is. It's very, very fun. It's about change, but it's about change for the better. And so we're going to go through still some more changes, but this time it's for the better. Although this year actually was, I know it's kind of like scary to think, but this year was also change for the better, even though some of us are, feeling it a little bit harder, challenging more challenging than others. But yeah, it'll be easier. It'll be easier to change next year too, which will be really, really cool. So Super Cookie said, thank you so much. Sounds very beautiful. Oh, that was your unicorn. She said, let's see here what's going on. Oh, Robin says, thank you so much, Stacey and Tiffany, for a great show. Thank you, Robin. Appreciate your patronage. And then Super Cookie said, that's very kind of you to give back on your specials. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then Melissa said, great show. And of course, she always gives me hearts because that's what we do. We always hug each other. Well, I love you all. And once again, I really appreciate everything and all of you for being here, joining me on my show. And hopefully you'll have a great, safe holiday and really honestly look forward to next year. Also, we have some specials coming up on the Goldylocks Productions, I guess the Holy Days and some other events that you might want to check into as well. And I will see you all next year. So Happy New Year. We'll talk to you then. Bye.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.